In this video we are going to focus on conversion between units of measurement for area. Area is a measure of surface and is often referred to as the amount of space contained inside two-dimensional shapes. Area is a measure of square units and the common metric units are square millimetres, square centimetres, square metres and square kilometres. Let's now take a look at the diagram on the right here. This helps you convert your units of measurement. If you are starting with a larger unit and you want to go down into a smaller unit, you have to multiply. So, for example, if you have 10 kilometres and you want to figure out what that is in metres, you take that 10 kilometres and you multiply it by 1,000 squared. So you have to use the square button on your calculator, which is the little x2. Then you get an answer in metres squared. And you would do that moving all the way down to millimetres. So large units going to small units, you multiply, again, times 1,000 squared from kilometres to metres squared. From metres squared to centimetres squared, it's timesing 100 squared. And from centimetres squared all the way down to millimetres squared, it's times 10 squared. If you're going from small units to large units, you have to do the opposite and divide. You can see that the numbers are the same. If you have a millimetres and you want to convert it to centimetres, you have to divide by 10 squared. And again, 10 squared equals 100. So all the numbers in the blue in the brackets are the calculations from the red. If you're going from centimetres to metres squared, you have to divide by 100 squared. And if you're going from metres squared to kilometres squared, you have to divide by 1,000 squared. What you will notice is when you convert large units to smaller units, the number of digits increases. When you are going from small units to large units, the number will decrease. However, it can increase in decimals. Okay, so it just depends on the number that you start with. Let's take a look at some examples down here. So we've been asked in question 1 to convert 0.248 metres squared to centimetres squared. So we are going from metres squared to centimetres squared. So let's take a look here. So I start with writing 0.248. I don't need to put all the metres and centimetres squared through the calculations. And because I'm going from a metres to centimetres, I have to multiply by 100 squared. Now, I don't have to write 100 squared. It's up to you. I can also write 10,000 because that is the answer to 100 squared, which means 100 times 100. So I've got my original amount. I'm multiplying it by 10,000. And my answer underneath here is 2480 centimetres squared. I must take this unit and place it on the end there. So what you can see here is a decimal times 10,000 and the number has increased. The second question we have here, we've been asked to convert 3,100 millimetres squared to centimetres squared. So I take the 3,100 and now I'm going from millimetres to centimetres, which is the smaller to bigger, so I have to divide. And I've got to divide by 100 because I'm going from millimetres to centimetres, dividing 10 squared, which is 100, so I've put this number in here. You can put 10 squared in, but make sure you calculate correctly. Underneath, working down, I calculate that and I get 31. And as you can see, we're going from small unit to big unit and the number decreases. And again, I must put the centimetres squared in. So the rule of thumb here is a larger unit going to a smaller unit in this first question means that you have to multiply. And in the second one here, we're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, so we must divide.